उपस्थित सभी को नमस्ते। ये आज मेरा क्लास 6 का 5th चैप्टर होने वाला है। तो चलो शुरू करते हैं चैप्टर्स और साथ में चलेगा बातचीत और जो भी महत्वपूर्ण जानकारी है मैं देने का पूरा प्रयास करूँगा। तो ये जो 5th चैप्टर है क्लास 6 का, ये है हमारा इंडिया दैट इज़ भारत। पहले मैं कुछ बताना चाहूँगा। ये जो चैप्टर है इसमें काफ़ी कुछ जानकारी के बारे में बताया गया है। क्लास 6 का एनसीईआरटी का जो बुक्स है उसमें ऐसा एक चैप्टर है जो क्लास 6 से 12 तक किसी भी चैप्टर में इंडिया दैट इज़ भारत इसके विषय पे डायरेक्ट कोई चैप्टर रिलेटेड नहीं है, लेकिन ये जो चैप्टर है सभी क्लास के लिए बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण है, क्योंकि इसके साथ जुड़ा हुआ सभी छोटा छोटा चीज़ आपको दूसरा जो चैप्टर्स है उनको समझने में, उनके साथ जोड़ने में आपको मदद करेगा। तो चलो शुरू करते हैं इंडिया दैट इज़ भारत। Today, first of all, we would like to draw some points. Our class will be run basis on some points, that is content. In this video, you will get a concept of India and its map. That is Bangladesh. And in this content, first of all, it is said about the location. India, that is Bharat, is location. And secondly, it has been said that the travelers, invaders, and foreigners. And along with this, the rivers. यहाँ पे हम तरह तरह का रिवर्स के बारे में जानेंगे, ठीक है। And source of its name, source or sources of its name. In class 6, 5th chapter, India that is Bharat, it started with a quote of Sri Aurobindo. Sri Aurobindo is an eminent learners from India who not only learn about the literature, society, culture of India, but also the Western culture and society. He tried to connect and the basic fundamental of the Western and India, that is link in between. So we will also learn about the thought of society in the context of the India that is Bharat. After that, we will learn some data and fact about India that is Bharat. Along with this, we would like something culture, society, and history. How a span of history changed India's name from Sindhu, Indus, Indoi, then India. How it is? It is Sindh. Sindh means this area. It's called Sindh. Okay, this is Sindh. Then Sindh become Indus, and the Indus will change its name through the period of times Indoi, and then nowadays India. Why it is India? Because in India we have lots of language. We have lots of language, almost 22 language. It is adopted in our constitution. In our constitution, 1950, article number 1, it has been said that or mentioned as India that is Bharat. It's cover, it's under a unit of states. It's also called India that is Bharat. India that is भारत. यही हमारा आज का टॉपिक है. ये संविधान के आर्टिकल नंबर 1 1950 में बताया गया है. इसको 1950 में बताया गया. ये यस मतलब इसका ईयर्स होता है, जो भी है रहने दो. आर्टिकल नंबर 1 1950 में इसके बारे में बताया गया, इंडिया दैट इज भारत. तो और एक बार रिपीट करते हैं हम. ओके, सो दिस इज इन सिंध, इंदस, इंदोई, इन इंडिया, एंड नाउ दैट इज भारत. नाउ लेट्स about the origin of India through its geographical location. How India's geographical location changes through the times and it's become a Sindh to India. In this area, you may see this area is called Sindh. Okay, Sindh is a very important area, not only for the origin of India's name, but also there are lots of changes in administration and territory with the power, because in this portion is come under the, this is Himalayan, and this is Hindu Kush area. From Sindh there is a 7 rivers. सिंध एरिया से जो रिवर निकलता है उसका नाम है, पहला जो है वो है इंदस. ठीक है, इंदस. उसके बाद मोर सिक्स नंबर 1 is Indus. Then number 2, I would like to write a formula to learn this thing quickly, because in there are 7 rivers and you will forget it easily if I write it randomly. So I would like to mention a trick. Okay, let's see how it is. First of all, write number 1 and write Indus. Okay, Indus means Indoi. Number 1. Number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How it is? 5, 6, 7. Indus, then R, then JCV. Okay. उसके बाद RSS मीन्स इंदस 1. ठीक है. J मतलब झेलम. Then C for Chenab. Then B for Bias. All these are name of river. Okay. R for Ravi river. ठीक है. S for Sutlej. And S for Saraswati. This is a name of a river in Rigved also, but nowadays we know Saraswati is a goddess of education and study, but in ancient time it's considered as a river. And this portion is very much important. You may see in your textbook, NCERT textbook, class 6, 5 chapter, there have a picture. You may seek it to help for your further elaboration of your concept. Along with this, I would like to draw some another river of India, that is There have a Mahanadi, Mahanadi river, okay, and there is a Narmada Tapti river and Narmada, and there is a also three river, Krishna, Kaveri, and this is Acha, this is Godavari, Kaveri, Krishna, Krishna and Kaveri. And in this way, there are a Brahmaputra, Brahmaputra, and there are a Ganga, Ganga. So all these are name of river. Why I have written all these things? Because all not only this river but also this Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea. In first quote, where the chapter started with a quote of Sri Aurobindo, it has been said that as a location, as we have written point number one location, the two Himalayas in the north and two sea in the south. In between the land covered with this all thing are called Bharat. But as we know, and after 1947, India got separated. Many of its part had gone under the Pakistan, and some parts come under India. So that's for why we don't write Hindu Kush. We have mentioned there, Sri Aurobindo sir have mentioned there, Himalayan in the north and in between two seas, India, that is Bharat. This is considered the ancient, cultural, traditional, which engage in our society throughout the years, throughout the decades, from the beginning of our Indian civilization. And this western part plays a very important role because India is not a name given by 1 or 2 years. It is a series of events, and these all rivers play a very important role to play India's different thing, travel, invaders or foreigners, and sources of its name, thought, facts, and culture, society, and history to connect each other. So now let's move towards our next thing. What is travelers, invaders, and foreigners? In our history, we have get India as a name. In western part, in western part was a very sensitive area for India because the northern area is covered with Himalayas. The Himalayas is a so highly land and difficult to cross it for the people of that time. But in this area, there have some two important Khyber pass. They take this opportunity to pass through this and comes many times India to invade, to loot the property because India is a very rich country from the very early time. It's also known as Jambudip because many travelers come to India to not only for 1498, 1498 from the Portuguese time, Vasco da Gama has come this year first to India in Goa. But previous many years ago, when first people started to know about India, that India is a Jambudip, it's a full of tree of Jambu tree. So why this Jambu tree country Jambudip? name have we forgotten, and why the name of India we have learned? Because India have a many languages. All the languages have been written or started to written not more than 700 or 1300 years ago. So after knowing this thing, the lots of changes have been made throughout the area. But one thing that India, this name is came to know in Indian language vastly and worldwide. That's why India, that is Bharat, have we considered that our constitution also adopted this name for our popularity and worldwide knownness. In ancient time, travelers and invaders, travelers who the people who came to or visited to India for trading purpose to take something that is very much uh, rare in their own land, like Europe. In Europe, masala is not so much available, so they come to India to take a masala, black pepper, cardamom, many of them, and it was famous in Kerala. So they used this route to travel. They also get some concession from their own country and India also to trade in between. And invaders, the people who invade India to fought war from Indian Samrat at that time, they have also come India, and they have known India's name through the oral recitation of the people from another caste, another language. They have also pronounced India's name differently. So there are lots of changes in between times. And foreigners, the people came to India, the foreigners, these people came to India to know India, to learn India, to stay India. Many of foreigners came to India and stayed years of years, many years. Some of them take their writing with them. Huan Shang is one of them. They have write about India, its culture, society, and social different facts and things in their own language. After releasing this thing at their own country, many people came to know lots of things about India more, and thus India became famous from the very early time on Indian history worldwide. And this, what is river? River, I have just started with this thing, so I'm not going to repeat this. But I would like to say one thing: the India, this portion is considered the best area to India's early civilization, that is Harappan civilization or Sindh. This called Sindh civilization or Harappan civilization. Sindh civilization, because I have told you just this is the important area of Sindh. Most of the thing after exa, exa most of the thing after excavation मीन्स खनन, खनन के बाद जो जो चीज मिला है यहाँ पे, इससे ये पता चलता है कि यहाँ पे लोगों का जो रहना है वो काफी समय से था. So this excavation come from the archaeological thing we have read in our previous classes. So this Sindh area and this is the nearby area, Harappan area. There have lots of thing designed in the society, in their architect at that time, whatever they have with their daily life. Sources of its name. We have learned India's name from foreigners, their written writing, the documentary in India, which have been written in Indian Samraj's court by its own ministers or writers. Thought of society. India, that is Bharat. It is a very huge concept. To cover this area, we have to know that what is India and what is Bharat. India is a first area. We know that after 1956, the re-estate organization have been launched by Indian government to arrange its state according to their languages. So at that time there is a issue that people are not supported India. There is a two state at that time, or kingdom you may say. One is Jammu Kashmir, the second one is Hyderabad. After India's separation, they still believe that they will not join India and they will run their own kingdom. So along with this, there have some states who have demanding the same thing. They want the separate language based state. That is also important that when you are writing our Indian constitution, we are linking India, that is Bharat. What is India? That is Bharat too. Data and facts. All these things are depend on data and facts. What is data? What is fact? Whenever we are writing, reading a thing that India, that is Bharat in our class 6 level, we are not going to discuss this in laboratory, but data is a information that is given via source. Maybe it's a newspaper, it's maybe a oral history, it's maybe a document of that time that is archived in museum. And fact is, all these things you have to read. Sometimes historians, I have told you about the who is historian, who is writer, who is researcher. Sometimes researchers who are very new, who are interested in a topic to investigate, they try to investigate this through their archives. The archives are the old big area where many type of newspapers and books, those are old books, old newspaper, that's maybe 2000, maybe, but this is very rare. 2000 years ago there was no book, so they try to conserve the inscription whatever they have now, right now. But the that we in India we have a national library in Kolkata also, Delhi also. So National Library keep records of 100, 200 years ago newspaper also are available in somewhere. Culture, society and history. What is culture? So these vast area, the people coming from the abroad and coming India, all these people coming from Europe, coming for the other people are also joining here one by one. Portuguese coming and French, England, all peoples are coming there. In last, they have made a situation that it is very difficult to stay for all four parties, all four traders. Then British started to gain its power because they understand that the political power is very much important to maintain a balance in area for trade. Society, then British came to India after 1857. All these things have been changed through a incident that they got a permission to trade freely in Kolkata area. They own three big villages that will be run under them, and all these uh, taxes will be borrowed from there. They will receive it and they will trade it for their own purpose. And history. This thing has given vast impact in Indian history. In his writing, Dadabhai Nauroji